my DL18 and my driver's license to her. Then she's going to tell me get in the vehicle and we're going to do a light check of this truck. I said, yes, ma'am, or sir, or whoever it is. So I'm going to get in there and do that light check now. Okay? And you're the state examiner, and you're telling me turn my lights on, left, right, emergency, and then everything, okay? So I'm going to get in here, and y'all can just stay there and watch. My lights, so I turned them on. She's looking at, she'll do this for my high beams. Okay, and then she'll do this. I go okay, and she'll do this for that side. Turn signals. I did my bright. She's going to ask me to do my emergency flashers, and then she's going to go to the back. And as she goes down the back, and my running lights, and she's going to go down the back, and she'll say, okay, your turn signal. Okay, you do that. And then she'll go back there to the trailer light. Okay, it's on. And then she'll go to the very back. Right? And then she'll say, turn on your running lights. And see the light on the side of the trailer came on? She's trying the left turn signal, I put it on. She said the right turn signal, I put it on. Emergency flashers, I put them on. Then she's going to tell me my clearance lights on top, and then my brake lights. And then, okay. Then she'll come up here, and then she'll read everything like he said. And then I'm going to ask her to assist me on the inside. Will y'all come in here with me? Start that timer.
Timer's been started.
That's good. Y'all come on in here now. Sit down. Belt. I put on my seatbelt. Now I'm going to do a safe start. I'm clutching. Make sure it's in neutral. My brakes are set. And then I'm going to start it up. Okay. My ABS light came on. My depth light came on. My depth gauge. And my regen came on and went back off. So that was a good test. Okay. Now, while this is pressure, I'm going to release my valves. While this is pressuring up, I'm going to go to my mirror. My mirror's clean, not cracked or broken. It's adjusted properly. And it's secured to the side of my truck with nuts and bolts. Okay. Now I'm going to come on in here, show you my horns. Air horn, city horn. Now I'm going to go to my windshield. My windshield, it's clean, not cracked or broken. The seal's intact and it does not leak. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to my wipers. Okay, I got full contact to the windshield. The rubber's not worn, torn, or frayed on my blades, and they operate properly. And as you can see, is I got my wiper fluid. Now I'm going to come on down, and I'm going to turn on my defroster right now. Okay, I'm going to put it all the way over in defroster and floor. Turn the heater on. I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to show you. Okay. My defroster working. It's keeping moisture off my windshield. I'm going to go down here and check my vents and my floor vents. Make sure they're working properly. Now after that, I'm going to go ahead and make sure for the second time, make sure my brakes are released. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here and do all my light indicators. And you're doing this on the inside, so you got to point at everything. Here's my left turn signal. Here's my right turn signal. Here is my bright light indicator. Okay. And my emergency flashers. Then I'm going to show you my panel lights. Go right here, go down to my dash lights. Right here, and as you can see, they're illuminating because I want to be able to see my dash at night. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead, and that's all my gauges that I need. Now I'm going to go ahead and check for the third and final time to make sure my brakes are still released. Now, I'm going to do my LWPPS now. I'm going to do my leak test. I'm going to hold at least 90 pounds of pressure for 1 minute, and I should not lose no more than 4 PSI. And as you see, my depth gauge working properly, my ABS light came on, went back off, and my my regen button. Yeah, light came on, went back off. Okay, I'm going to wait on my initial drop. Okay, my initial drop is now. I'm going to start my timer. And this was a long minute, guys. So, and it should hold. Should not leak no more than 4 psi on this leak test. Okay, so it's still holding. Still holding. Okay, if your leg starts getting it cramped, you can put your other foot on top of it. 30, it's still holding steady. All right, about 10 seconds left. Go about 2 seconds over. Okay, it only leaked one psi, so that was a good test. And I went a minute and 2 over. Okay, and you show it to them. Okay, now my next one is my warning light test. I'm going to pump my brakes down. My warning light had been come on before 55. Okay, so I'm pumping it down. Okay, as you can see right here, it came on at 58. So that was a good test. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead, turn that off. I'm going to go ahead, keep pumping. My protection valves are going to pop out between 40 and 20. I'm going to pump it on down. And my protection valves will pop out between 40 and 20. Okay, right there they popped out. And they popped out at 31. Okay, so that was a good test. Now I don't have no air pressure. I need a pressure up. Okay, so I'm going to do a safe start. Brakes are set. Turn it on. Turn it back on. As you can see, my ABS light came on. My regen button came on, went back off. My damn gauge is working properly. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my pressure back up. Okay. And it'll build up from 120 to 140 for that cutoff. But I'm going to tell you exactly when it did it. Okay? Because you got to be precise on everything. Okay, my air cut off. And it cut off at 125. So that was a good test. Now I'm going to do my parking brake test. I'm going to try my trailer brake first. So I'm going to release my tractor brake. I want to put it in first gear. And I'm trying my trailer brake. Okay, it held. Now I'm going to set my parking brake and release my trailer brake, and I'm going to try my tractor brake now. Okay, it held. Now I'm going to put it in third gear. I'm going to release both of them, And I'm going to do my servers brake now. I'm going to get up to 5 miles an hour. Get up 5 miles an hour. I'm going to clutch and brake and barely let go of the wheel, and I should not pull left or right. If it did pull, I'd go have it serviced. Since it didn't pull, that was a good test. Now I'm going to go ahead, set my brakes, go to neutral. And will you assist me in a light check, please? So y'all go out there and I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing, okay? My low beams. There's my high beams. Okay, here's my left indicator, my right indicator, my emergency flashers. Okay, will you do me a favor? Go to the back as we're going down. I want you to see my blinker and running light. It works properly here. If y'all don't mind going to the back, my trailer brakes are working. My clearance lights on the side of the trailer is working properly. And then you go to the very back. My running lights in the back work. Now I'm going to show you my running lights working. My left indicator, right indicator, emergency flashers. Okay, my brake light, my reverse light. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and turn all my lights off. Will you assist me in the front now, please? Now what we're going to do, she's going to give me this paperwork. Okay, this sheet right here, guys. And then she go, okay, continue here. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up to my truck, and I'm looking. There's no puddles, fluids, or drips under it. I'm going to come up here and do all my lights. Here is my headlights, my low beam and high beam. They're clear in color. They're clean, not cracked or broken. They're secure and they work properly. Here is my amber turn signals, and my running lights are amber in color. They're clean, not cracked or broken, and they're secure and they also work properly. While I'm at it, I'm going to talk about my running lights on top of my cab here. They're clean, not cracked or broken. They're secure and they also work properly. Now I'm going to come down to the side here and I'm going to open this up. Did that. I'm doing all my external light check. I check that, okay. And then I'm doing my lenses on the front of my vehicle right now. So I did that. I need to do this a little quicker. Okay. Okay, right here. That is my amber turn signal running light. It's clean, not cracked or broken, works properly. On my way over, this is my fender mirror. It's clean, not cracked or broken. It's adjusted properly. There's no loose or missing bolts. It's secure. Now I'm going to go to the other side and open this one up. Never fails, does it? Okay, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to go to this side first because anything unique to this side, we need to talk about it. Okay, here's my wiper fluid reservoir. It's secure with screws. It's not cracked or broken. It's got adequate level. If I had to add it, I'd add it right here at the lid. And my lid is secure and it does not leak. My hoses, I'm going to talk about all my hoses over here. They're not worn, torn, or frayed on my hoses. The clamp's secure and tight on all my hoses, and they do not leak. Will you assist me on the other side now, please? Now I'm getting all my levels now, right? That's the next thing, get my levels. Okay, here's my coolant. It's secure, nuts and bolts. The cap's secure and tight. It's got adequate level, clamps in place, and it does not leak. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my oil while I'm here. I'd pull my dipstick out, wipe it off, put it back in, then pull out again, make sure between add and pull. If I had it, I'd add it right there, okay? Now I'm going to come and get the rest of my fluids here. I'm getting my power steering reservoir, okay? It's secure with screws. It ain't cracked or broken. It's got adequate level. If I had added, I'd add it right here. Does not leak. Now I'm checking my hose that goes down to my steering gearbox. The hose, the clamp's secure and tight. The hose not worn, torn, or frayed, and it does not leak. Now it's going to go down here to my steering box. I'm looking at my steering box. what you see is what you're talking about. It ain't cracked or broken. No loose or missing bolts. The fitting's secure and tight. And it's properly greased. Because it's got a grease insert, right? Now I'm going to go with my pitman arm. Okay? It's secure with the nut and bolt. It ain't cracked or broken. And right down here, I got a crown nut and quarter pin. Right here. And it's properly greased on that. And then my drag link. On each end, I got a crown nut and quarter pin as well. And as you see, it's proper grease and it ain't cracked or broken. I'm going to go with my steering knuckle now, guys. My steering knuckle. It's got a crown nut and quarter pin. It's properly greased. It ain't cracked or broken. As you can see, I got nuts and bolts on it. And it is also properly greased. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about my suspension now. My leaf spring hangers. There's two of them. You got to be plural. They're not cracked or broken. No loose or missing bolts. My leaf springs. The rubber bushings in place. They're not cracked, broken, shifted. Then I'm going to go with my U-bolts. My U-bolts are not cracked or broken. No loose or missing bolts. They're secure and tight. Now I got a shock. There's a nut and bolt on both ends of it. The rubber bushings in place, and it does not leak. Now I'm going to tell you I'm going to my service line. I'm doing my braking components now. I did my steering, my suspension. Now I'm doing my braking component. Okay? My service line supplies air to my brakes, right? It ain't worn, torn, or frayed. The fittings are secure and tight, and it does not leak. Now I'm going to go on inside here to my brake lining and brake drum. They're not cracked, broken, right? And there's no contaminants, as in oil or grease. Now I'm going to come out and do my tire. I got even wear. My steering tire is 430 seconds. The rest of my tires are 230 seconds. Okay? And then I put 100 pounds of pressure, whatever's recommended by the manufacturer, and I checked it with the tire gauge. The side of my tire, no bulges, cracks, or dry rots. It's seated to the rim, and it does not leak. Now I'm going to talk about my rim. There's no illegal welds, cracks. There's no rust, and no gated holes, long gated holes right here, and then cracks or wallered out. Then here's my valve stem, ain't cracked or broken, right? It's secure. And then my lug nuts, they're secure. If I don't have no rust on my rim, I ain't gonna have them on my lug nuts. There's no shiny marks, no rust trails, no cracks, and no elongated holes in it. And they're secure. And I do not have no broken or missing studs. Okay? And that's it right now. Now I'm going to go down to the side of my vehicle now. Okay? That's on my steering. Got that. My tires, my rims, my lug nuts. I got my springs, my brake linings and hoses and leaks. Brake contaminants. Now I'm doing the side of my vehicle now. I'm going to talk about my lenses. And go ahead and talk about it again here. And my traffic monitor and reflective tape. My lens not cracked, broken. They operate properly. They're secure. And that's my turn signals and running lights, right? Emergency flashes. Okay, now I've got my mirror here. It's clean, not cracked or broken. It's secure with nuts and bolts to the side of the door. And it's also adjusted properly. Okay, got that one now. Traffic monitor. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my battery while I'm here, because it's right here. I'm just going down this list. My battery. Okay, my lid is secure and tight with the pins. It's not loose or missing. Okay, inside there, I got my batteries. There's no debris. There's no bare or loose wires. My clamps are secure and tight, no corrosion. Now, I got that battery. Now I'm going to get my depth and my fuel. Okay, right here is my depth tank. My cap, secure and tight, does not leak. If I had added, I'd add it right here. Cap straps are secured to my tank. Nuts and bolts, they're not loose or missing. My tank, no severe dents, no holes, and it does not leak. Okay, I'm going to do my fuel tank the same way. Cap, strap, tank. My cap, secured and tight, seals intact, does not leak. If I had added, I'd add it here. My straps, there's no loose or missing bolts. My straps are secured and tight, not loose or missing or broken. And my tank, no severe dents, no holes, and it does not leak. Now I'm going to come around here. I've got them. Now I'm going to my frame right here, guys. My frame. It ain't cracked, broken, no illegal welds, and no holes. Here's my cross members. They're not loose or missing. They're secure and tight. No loose or missing bolts or nothing. Secure and tight. While I'm down here, I'm going to check under my cab, make sure there's no holes in the floor. Okay? And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my air and electrical lines, guys. Okay? On my lines, they're right here. Okay? On my air lines, my glad hands, they're full contact with the rubber seals. They're not worn, torn, or frayed. And they're secure, and neither one of them leak. Okay, here's my electrical connector. My electrical connector is secure. It's in the locked position with the latch. Okay, my air lines not worn, torn, or frayed. And they're not rubbing on the catwalk. And my electrical line, not cut, splice, tape, no bare wires. And as you can see, I'm checking my tractor and my trailer as I'm doing this. Okay, that's that one. Okay, now I'm going to come around here. And you can go here or you can go here. It's whatever y'all want to do. I'd go here first. Okay, my mounting bracket is secure. No loose or missing bolts. It's secured to the frame. And it's also secured to my slide assembly. No, it ain't cracked, broken. And my pins are in place. They're in the locked position. It's secure to my platform base. And as you can see, it's air actuated so it does not leak. Now here's my platform base. It ain't cracked or broken. It's secure to my slide assembly. And it's adjusted properly so I don't hit my landing gear in my turns. And then come on up here, my release arm's in the locked position. And my fifth wheel skid plate. It's not cracked or broken, no loose or missing pins, and they're secure. Now I'm going to go ahead and go under here. Now I like for you to get under here and look, okay? Because we're going to talk about the apron. The apron, it ain't cracked, broken, there's no hose, and no gap. There's no gap between my apron and my fifth wheel. And my kingpin is not cracked, broken, loose, or missing. And my locking jaws are secure around my kingpin, which is not cracked or broken. And it's properly greased, okay? Now I'm going to come out here and I'm going to go to the front of my trailer. I got that done, and my locking jaws and safety devices. Okay? Now right here I'm going to start. My clearance lights on top. Amber in color, they're clean, not cracked or broken, and they work properly. As you can see, there's no body damage. As you can see, I got my reflective tape. It's secure. It's not loose or missing on none of that, and no more body damage. Now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to talk about my landing gear. It's fully raised. It's in the locked position, and it's got enough clearance where it won't drag the ground. Now while I'm here, I'm going to talk about my feet, pads, whatever you want to call them. There's no loose or missing bolts. They're not cracked or broken or missing. And then I got for my landing gear. There's no loose or missing bolts. It's not cracked or broken. It's properly greased. And my handle's in lock position. And I'm making sure that's adjusted so I don't hit my landing gear in my turns. Now I'm going to come on down here. As you see, I got an amber turn signal emergency flasher. It's clean, not cracked or broken, it's secure and it works properly. Now I'm going to keep coming down, still talk about my reflective tape. Now I'm going to get under here. I've got a service line. My service line goes to my tandems. It's not worn, torn, or frayed. The fitting's secure and tight. It does not leak. Now I'm going to my tandem pins. They're in a locked position. They're not cracked or broken. And it's air actuated, so my tandem release, does not leak. Then I'm going to come back on out here, go on down. I'm going to the back of my trailer. I've got my running lights. And they're not cracked, broken. They're secure. Rubber bushings in place. It operates properly. It's red in color. Now I got my ABS light. It's amber in color. If it came on, I could still go, but I'd have to have it serviced as soon as possible. Now I'm going to come back to the back. I got my reflective tape. It's on my bumper. And it's secure. My bumper's secure with nuts and bolts. Here's my tag and my tag light. It's clear in color. It's clean, not cracked or broken, and it works properly. And I'm going to come on up. Okay, here are my lights for my trailer. They're red in color. They're clean, not cracked or broken. They're secure, and they work properly on my running lights, my turn signals, and my brake lights. Okay, while I'm going up, I've got my clearance lights on top. They're not cracked, broken, they're clean, they're secure, and they also work properly. Now, follow me on around here. I'm going to have to talk about the rest of my reflective tape. Make sure it's secure to the side of the trailer. It's not loose or missing. And I'm making sure all my lights work too. They're clean, not cracked or broken, and they operate properly. And that is my turn signal emergency flashers. And I'm doing that all the way up to the front. Reflective tape. And my lights are working properly on the top, amber and color. Okay, stop the timer, that's it.